Okay, I'm going to show how I use Google Maps in AP Spanish literature to take a tour of an author's house, Miguel de Cervantes, in Spain. And this allows us sort of an experience almost like a museum tour through Google Maps. So what I'm going to do is just search for the location first. And then I would click here on Photos. And there are some that you can divide right there already into the 360 view. And this one actually will allow us to actually enter the museum as if we were there. So I'm just going to make this an expanded view, and then we can click and actually enter in the museum. There's a statue out front as well that we could talk about. And then some things that I've done in the past just with this particular work. This particular house is actually structured as much as Don Quixote, Cervantes' most famous character, as his house would have been designed. So we could talk about the house here, and then in a particular chapter where books are burned in the middle of the house, how this environment would have been used. Just moving through the house, we can enter in different rooms, which are set up to reflect the period, the historical period, as well as the artist himself and his history. I know there's some more interesting things upstairs, so I'm going to skip forward and head upstairs. It takes a second for the images to load, as you can tell. But you can certainly think of different locations that would be interesting to share with students. And Google Maps allows the technology to visit pretty much any place. In particular, this in the Golden Age in Spain, this is actually a very commonly used household item. This is the toilet, as it would be used in the period that Miguel de Cervantes was living at this house. And I would mention to students that this particular basin would actually be ejected out the window onto what is actually a main street in Alcalá de Henares, which is in the outskirts of Madrid. And you would yell "Agua va," the water is coming, before you would throw that out the window. Looking at the bedrooms, there's certainly different things we could pick out and talk about as well, just as if we were going through the museum ourselves. The artwork, this on the floor here, which is used to heat the different rooms. There's no central heating, so there would have to be a fireplace here. We would talk about the size of the beds, the fact that this would probably be his mother's room, as the wife and husband would have had separate rooms within the house and would not have shared a bedroom, and the fact that the baby's crib is here as well. So this is just some of the possibilities of what you could do on Google Maps using 360 images, and in this case, some museums have the ability for us to actually enter in and experience it as if we were there. This can be a really great educational experience and a way to use technology. This isn't quite virtual reality, but it does sort of mimic that process and allows us to take like a virtual field trip with our students, which certainly opens up lots of opportunities. So love to chat more about some different ways I've used this, and certainly walk anyone through setting this up for a classroom lesson. Please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much.